I built an AI system that turns emails into a knowledge base while I sleep. And in this video, I'll show you how to set it up step by step, so even if you have no technical expertise, you can build and sell the solution as your own. Hey, what's up? This is Ben with God of Prompt. Here we have a support email to the Hogwarts IT department. Looks like the student's wand won't connect to the Wi-Fi. They even tried Wingardium Leviosa on the router, but that didn't work. And as the esteemed leader of the Hogwarts IT department, I've already answered this question a million times, which is to turn it off and on again. Now imagine your inbox is absolutely full of requests like these. Well, it would be nice if I have a database that was automatically populated by the answers to questions I've got in the past. And that's where N8N comes in. It's just a workflow builder that lets you connect tools together that don't usually talk to each other well. So here's what our entire flow is going to look like when it's finished. It starts off by listening for Gmail. So this is what our completed system will look like. And we're combining Gmail, OpenAI, and ChatGPT, as well as Notion. It basically listens for emails that are tagged as support tickets, processes it and turns it into an FAQ using artificial intelligence, and stores the FAQ in a database so we can reference it later. And N8N, the site we're using to build this thing, only costs $24 a month. That is the only cost associated with building this. So let's build this thing. Start a new workflow by going here or here in N8N. Let's trigger this flow when we get a new email, so we add our first step and search for the Gmail node and look for the trigger on message received. If you've never connected your Gmail account, go ahead and create a new credential and sign in with Google. That's going to be the email people are sending their support requests to. So select your account, go down to filters and add label names or IDs filter. So it's looking for which label we want to check. So this is where we tell it to only pull in the stuff that is labeled support ticket. But first we need to make that label. So go to the Gmail account that you're going to receive your support requests on. Select a message that falls under the support category. Make a new label. Name it something you'll remember. Hit create. You can see the labels added. Back in N8N, if we refresh the list, we now see support ticket here. We can select that. We also need to make sure that we responded to this support request. So to do that, we add another filter, search, and just type in this value here. And if we hit execute workflow, we should get an item returned in the output of this step, which is our email in question. And that is this one that we just labeled. Next, we're going to get the contents of that email thread. So we'll add a new Gmail node. We're going to say get a thread. And we're simply going to pull in the thread ID from the previous step. Hit execute. We've got output here. We're good to go. And that's all we need to do to get emails with the support ticket label. Next, we'll add a edit or a set field. Let's click into the name and we'll rename it set context fields. Click in here to add a field. The name is going to be about business, and the value is going to be a string about our business. So in this example, this is our Hogwarts help desk goals. Just a lot of information that artificial intelligence can use to inform how it's going to write those FAQs. So mine's all about Hogwarts help desk. Yours will be about your business. Execute step, which is doing nothing more than setting this variable. Now is when we're going to rewrite as an FAQ. We're going to use artificial intelligence. So to do that, we can add a model. We have our choice of AI models here. We're going to choose the OpenAI chat model for now. So AI does actually cost a little bit of money on a pay-as-you-go basis, but it's typically pennies on the dollar unless you're processing thousands of emails with this thing. You can expect to stay below $5 a month for all of your AI usage. But still, N8N wants us to plug in our OpenAI information because OpenAI is going to provide that AI capability and bill us for that, not N8N. So we need to add our account to N8N, and it's asking for an API key, which is just your password for N8N to use OpenAI. So to get your API key, you just come to this website here, platform.openai.com, /API-keys, create a new secret key, name it something, and create it, copy it, come back to your N8N flow, paste it in there, hit save. As far as your model goes, GPT-5 is the most recent model, and we're gonna just choose a mini version while we're testing this. If we want to make the outputs a little bit better, if it's not up to our standards, we can upgrade to a better model, like GPT-5 Pro. It's more expensive and the calls take longer, but the results will be better. So to rewrite our email answer as an FAQ, we're gonna process our email with some artificial intelligence. So for that, we're gonna use a basic LLM chain. For the source for prompt, we'll define it ourselves. And in the prompt, we're gonna pull in these 3 values from the left side. So the subject and the text of the email from our Gmail trigger step, and our response to the support ticket from our get a thread step here. You can see get a thread, the items in the JSON response, messages 1, so messages 0 would be the first message, the actual request itself. Messages 1 will be our response. And let's also add a system prompt to our chatbot. We're just telling it that we want it to rewrite our answers as a FAQ. Here's where we pass in the data about our business. Looks like mine is red here, so it's not getting picked up. So we can just drag it back in. Right on, let's execute this step. We don't have an AI model attached to this. So let's add a OpenAI chat model. Our credential to connect with is just our account. It's asking for an API key, which is just like a password N8N is using here to connect to our OpenAI account. Keep in mind, this will run up your OpenAI bill on a pay-as-you-go basis. So you're probably not going to spend more than $5 a month if you're using some of the smaller models here, but that's just something to keep in mind. Where you get this API key is you come to platform.openai.com/API-keys, create a new secret key, name it something, copy it, come back to your N8N flow, paste it in, and save it. We're going to choose a mini version of GPT-5 just for testing and cost savings. Now that AI has the information from earlier in our flow and it is connected to an AI model, it will return one item, and that item is our FAQ entry with a title as well as the content of the FAQ itself. Only thing left to do is to parse through this response and store it in the database. So to parse through it, we'll add a code node, JavaScript, and add this code in the box. Execute the step and you should see 2 items now, your title and content. Now for updating the database itself, we will add a Notion node, and we're looking for create a database page. You'll want to connect your Notion account. It's asking for an internal integration secret. Sounds mysterious, I know, but it's just like your password so that N8N can use your Notion account. So how you get that is go to Notion, hit the 3 dots on any page here, scroll down to connections, hit manage connections, scroll down to develop or manage integrations, click that. Here is the integrations page. You want to make a new one, name it something that you'll remember. Make sure you click the right workspace, hit save, configure integration settings, and there is the internal integration secret. See, wasn't that bad. So you just copy this, and again, this is sensitive, it's like your password, so keep that secret. Go ahead and paste that into your N8N flow, hit save. So there's a little more setup we have to do in Notion first. So let's create this page that will store our FAQ itself. So you'll want to come into Notion, create a new page, hit database, empty database, new empty data source, name it something you'll remember. Name the first column question, and the second one will add a text field, and that will be renamed to answer. Last thing, to set up Notion, hit the 3 dots and go down to connections again and find the connection that you just made. So I named mine N8N Flow 123. Confirm you want to share the access there, and now N8N's ready to connect to the database. You can see it found it, it looked it up itself. You might have to refresh the list there if your new database is not showing up. Title is going to be from our previous step. For properties, we'll add a property, starting with the question, which is this bad boy. Add another, which you guessed it, it's going to be for the answer, which is this bad boy. And if we execute this step, we should see the output is good. And indeed, we have new entries in our Notion database. So we've tested everything separately. Let's try to run the whole thing from scratch. First, get emails with that support ticket label. We're rewriting it as an FAQ with AI. Workflows executed successfully. We do have another entry in here. So there you have it. That is how to build a support autopilot email to FAQ personal assistant. If you stuck around to the end of the video, give yourself a pat on the back and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more insanely high ROI automations like this. While you're at it, go ahead and check out the free digital products we have in the description as well. Just an absolutely insane amount of value that we're giving away for free here. And that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.